This just in, astronomers in New Zealand are reporting unexplained lights on the edge of the moon. SETI scientists are turning their satellites so that hopefully, as the Earth turns, they'll be able to get a good read on whether these are extraterrestrial visitors and whether they come in peace.
Astronomers are baffled as to how these beings arrived without any satellites detecting their approach.
We shouldn't expect their science to be like ours. We shouldn't expect their technology to work like ours. You really think these beings construct metal ships and swing hammers like we do?
And it looks like the moon is going to be the home of our new neighbors.
The aliens! Ah! They're here! Come take me! Come take me! I'm right here!
The latest reports say the moon is experiencing tremors due to possible rearranging and construction from within, but still no word from the parties responsible.
I think the interdimensional spaces, it will be next. I think we're going to start exploring that. I really do.
Well, we're doing it with static DMT.
True.
Well, it's been 1 week since the extraterrestrial forces were first seen on the moon, and we are now getting some kind of reading.
Look at this. What is this? BBLN? Is that their name? BBLN? Blen?
Greetings, residents of Earth. Thank you for welcoming us to your inhabited planet. We hear you have already translated our spectrograph patterns into the English letters BBLN, pronounced Blin, and we will accept this as your name for us.
And while we finally have contact, the message has caused concern among some world leaders.
经过艰苦卓绝努力，付出巨大代价，中国有力扭转了疫情局势，维护了人民生命。
World leaders scramble to maintain peace as China discusses arming nuclear warheads. Federal intel says they could do it.
So basically, they send us a message of introduction, graciously translated into all major Earth languages, and now our species is going to nuke them. This is not going to end well.
After 3 strikes and an inexplicable loss of weapon integrity, it seems the war with the Blin is already over. No contest. This is their world and we're living in it.
I welcome the new alien overlords.
Everyone, another beautiful not day, not night on the moon. Alright. Neo, Micah, I didn't see you guys at all in last night's Apex tournament. Where were you guys? I thought you guys were getting into the game.
Yeah, we were up till 4 a.m. correlating the mental map from the day's run. We're getting to a place where we can finally plot the points into a clear picture.
Up till 4 and then up again at 6? You guys must be running on coffee.
No, I'll get some when I can't see straight. The workout this morning really helped.
You Wisconsin boys must be made of some different stuff. I don't know.
We do what we can with what God's given us.
Oh, come on. Giving credit to God. What's Mother Nature gonna say?
Why, you still listen to your mama?
Was that some kind of sick burn? Isn't that basically what science is?
No. The sick burn is the one that Mother Nature does to California every year.
Ooh. No. Okay. I guess that was a pretty good comeback. Mother Nature can be a bit of an old hag sometimes, but she did give birth to all this diversity. Or did your Sky Daddy create the Blin too?
Are we still just
joking?
joking?
He forgot to mention space aliens in his big old book of his.
Did you really want to discuss that?
There will be no time for prolonged discussions, you two. Breakfast is concluded. We're moving on. Attention!
Progress is recognized through order, and order solidifies in hierarchy. We thank the Thaman for being our celestial anchor and devote our minds to his goals. In his orbit shall Blin continue to bring order and light to the universe, for progress and intellect.
No hard feelings?
No hard feelings.
Sky Daddy could totally beat up Earth Mom.
Shut up. The Overseer barely rescued me from that debate in time.
You had him, and don't pretend you didn't
Do
enjoy
you
it.
boys have a sufficient schedule of work for the day? Because if not, we've been meaning to test what happens when a human body is fed to our radiation chambers. I could use some volunteers.
Micah, isn't the overseer so adorable when she's angry?
Yes, I particularly love the twinkle in her
Seriously? Cut it out! I know you humans consider banter like this witty, but there's a line. Now get back in line and get some work done before the next eclipse or I'll be late on my report.
Oh, did you need more? Did you already verify the latest 4D mappings of known blend patterns in cartography?
And did you already translate last week's results of polygraphs into blend?
Why do these human lips clench up when I'm mad?
All I can say is welcome to Earth, my lady.
Line, humans!
Yes, ma'am. So, anyway, what did you read this morning?
Psalms 110, kind of tempting to apply the talk of the Lord, shattering kings to today's circumstances. You?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I read mine last night while one of my programs was calculating, and I got to Judges 10. It was more about Israel's cycle of apostasy. And the part that stuck out to me really was when God said, "Go and cry to the gods that you choose, see if they help." It was pretty sassy of him.
That's our sky daddy. How's the equipment looking?
Ready for another expedition across time and space.
Hey, Captain America, get your gluteus maximus in the seat.
Don't get your gluteus, Dr. Zola. We do have a different game plan than yesterday, right? Yeah. I do not want to get stuck in another adrenaline pit.
Yeah, sure thing. But I was thinking, how many people can say they got caught waking up on the job?
True. All right. Hey, just in case something happens and I don't come back, or you know, never mind.
Hey,
we'll be
no,
fine.
We're here for you, man. What's up?
Well, I guess I just wanted to know. Did you really find it, Maximus?
I can't with this guy.
Really? You know, Randy, I don't just check your vitals while you're under. I maintain them. You see, this is the kill you button.
Oh, and I'd really appreciate it if you didn't touch that.
We'll be on 3.
Hallelujah.
Service was so rude. 2 stars.
2.
Could you whack him a bit faster, Grids? It still speaks.
Maximus.
1. Second plane breach. Human projection is stable.
Great. Perfect. He got his last word out, and that word was Maximus. Should I do it?
You don't know what spirit you're of.
Dude, did you just go full Christianese on me? It was just a joke.
Yeah, an old joke.
You know, if I had told myself that this is where I'd be 5 years ago, today.
I mean, yeah, I know. When people have mentioned UFOs and alien possessions, I smirked and chuckled. I mean, my whole life, right? I've had Jeremiah 29:11 on blast from every book, movie, fridge magnet, everything, all telling me how God had this plan for my life, and a good plan. But now I'm here, and I didn't expect this.
Aiding a tyrant? Shh. It's okay. Grizz won't say anything. They took his life too.
What's a little treason amongst friends?
No, Grizz. We're not talking treason or anything like that.
Shame. Honor the emperor, right? 1 Peter 2:17.
Yeah, I know, but
to what extent?
Exactly. If there is a line, how do we know when we've crossed it? Almost all the Nazis were Christians following orders.
You people serve such a strange God. Your texts don't just tell you what to do.
Oh, they do.
What do they say?
They tell stories, good examples, bad examples, all wrapped up in one big book.
Yeah, they're the very words of God, the maker of all things. His word comes to us in song, poetry, law, and even flesh and bone.
So it's a very human text.
Yeah, you could say that.
And what exactly is a Nazi?
You can tell.
Well, you see, it's a long story.
Guys, you hear me?
We can hear you, Randy. You doing all right?
I spawned a little further from where we set up base last time. I just didn't bother phoning in until I got my bearings.
Trying to remember, where did he spawn? Sort of glitch is rare. It could give us vital information.
Wait, a glitch?
Hey, Randy, when you spawned, what was your 20?
What's my 20? Come on, Micah. You know, in this plane of existence, it's actually 20 pi cubed.
Okay, Randy, there may have been a glitch. It could be quite important to document. Could you please just tell us exactly where you were when you spawned?
Of course. So, it's strange. Remember that slope right before we marked our location last go? I was just to the left of that. Southwest by about 40 yards. This isn't the sort of glitch I should be worried about, is it?
He should be fine to move on.
Okay, Grids is giving us the green light. Now, looking towards the north passage, what do you see?
I think it turns left. Yep, turns left. I'm heading west now, and there's a tree? I think that's what it is. Looks like a dead end, though.
What's at the base of the tree?
Dang it, Neil. How did you know that was there?
What is it?
It's like some kind of dank rabbit hole. At least I think it is. You aren't gonna make me Alice in Wonderland this sucker, are you?
Well, do you fit?
No.
Dude, I have your heartbeat right here. I can tell you just lied.
You guys are the worst. Why don't y'all do it this crap next time, and I can take a turn hovering over the kill you button.
Hey guys, we could always break here. Remember, there was a glitch. It could be something.
No! We need to investigate that hole.
Okay. Hang on a second, Randy. This location seems pretty significant, and we're not really sure what type of psychic plane you might find on the other side.
Okay, I'll take a second and look around. I've got a rippling wall to the right, and solid, I'd say partitioned wall to the left.
Hey, careful looking at that partition wall. It seems to be elevating your estrogen production, oddly enough.
This wall could turn me into a girl? In that case, I'd really want to know if you found it maximum.
Randy, focus.
Alright, thanks for the heads up. I don't get paid enough for this.
All right. We've got your coordinates locked. What do you see?
Grids. Has Blinn been here before?
Not this. Places like this are difficult for them to find and even more difficult for them to traverse.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like in your Earth's portion of the three-dimensional plane. There are portions in which fish can traverse more easily than human can. Do I have that right?
Yeah, sounds about right. Is this the kind of work is this the kind of thing all our work has been leading up to?
Can't say. One goal of many, perhaps.
Micah, you're watching the vitals, right?
Yeah, they look great.
Oh yeah. Oh man, this place feels like a loaf-sized Snickers bar. Okay, I see brightly colored lines, I guess, tracing around this space. There doesn't appear to be any gravity either.
Grab one of the lines.
Okay. Whoa.
What happened?
Randy, you good? All signs look good despite the
I
adrenaline.
flew along the flow of that line. It brought me to, oh no. It's another one of those things I'm having trouble seeing. It keeps moving and changing
Just remember what we did last time. Look at this shape of the outline. What shape is it?
Okay, right, okay. I'm starting to get some solid lines here. Looks rectangular. Okay, yeah, it's taking shape here. I think it's a doorway.
Really? That's great. What do you see?
Moon base all life forms. Moon base all life forms. Your Lord and Thalman is arriving in 2 Earth minutes.
Wait, the Blinn Emperor? I mean, the Thalman is coming here?
We need a body. Who do we have?
What do you mean? There are several synthetic avatars available.
You know as well as I do the Thaumin doesn't stoop to use synthetic scrids. That, there, Potsy scientist.
His name is Randy.
Okay, yeah, Randy. Well, go on. Kill him.
What?
I'm sorry, did I not use clear English prose? Kill Randy, please. Micah, you have direct control over his brain functions, yes? And there's some command you can give that will cause his brain to cease a necessary bodily function.
Well, we don't have anything pre-programmed. I mean, even if we did.
Will you listen to your superior?
Don't cross the line.
I'm going to need your answer right now. Don't do anything stupid.
Randy, you gotta pray. They're trying to take your body. Tom's gonna take your body. You gotta pray.
Can you imagine how stressful his last moments will be now that you did that? Gosh, have you no mercy?
That was a good one. Micah, you tell some dark jokes, but that one was quite dark. Fantastic delivery, but this kill you button joke has got a 17% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. I'd say it's time to lay it to rest.
Ironic last words. Kill it!
No, stop it!
Come on. Lock it up. I have no time for insubordination in the Thaumin's presence.
Why couldn't you at least have let me talk to him?
I have no time. He died in peace in spite of your insolence. And what, you thought you could do in seconds what both of you couldn't accomplish in months of proselytizing? I have no time for your religion, for our God is well on his way. Get rid of him, we'll deal with that trash later.
Be wise as serpents, Micah.
Neil Grids, prepare the vessel for transplant.
I'm gonna need you to pull yourself together and at least pretend to be doing something.
Thank you.
Can you reverse the psychic inputs and outputs?
Reversed.
They were brave men.
Can you please just tell me what we need next so we can get through this?
Everything looks good. Look at me, Neil. Whatever happens next, tend towards biting your tongue, because the whole world's in his hands now.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Whenever you're ready, open the gates.
Are you dense? Help him up!
No. I got this. Okay. Give me a moment to find myself. For the blend. 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 Yes. Okay, yes. I think that will do nicely. If our studies of this human species is clear on anything, it's that appearances can make all the difference. Bring me a mirror. What is this? Okay. A bit crude, but I'll make it work. Sweet Nova, has it been an age since I've been in a carbon-based life form? I don't remember it being so itchy. Feel that, right? Just everywhere, there's just itchiness.
Yes, my Thaman. It's very itchy.
Yes, my lord. Humans are quite filthy beasts.
That's going to be irritating, but the potential here is quite extraordinary. Yes. Two olfactory things. This is your work, isn't it, scientist?
Yes, sir.
Not this. That's not you.
No, correct. Your foresight is very keen.
Oh, Neil, that's your name, isn't it, scientist?
Correct again.
Oh, and I'm seeing some fresh memories in here of the gateway itself. Overseer, you put me in the body of the test subject who discovered the gateway.
Nothing but the best for you, Thaman.
Wow, all right, well. Shame to lose such a competent soul. His memories will serve the future of civilization better in my hands than they would have in his. Let's keep looking through these here. My, Neil, he thought about you a lot. You two had a bit of a history, it seems.
Yeah, I considered him a friend.
And he considered you a friend, too.
Hey, can you see, like, before he died, what were his final thoughts?
Oh, no. I may not be a native of this species, but even I can tell that going down that trail is going to feed into mental chaos for you, and we have no time for such troubles. I order you instead to set your sights on new horizons.
New horizons?
Gateway you found. Yes. A human psyche wouldn't have stood a chance actually opening it, but it found it. And that's the important part. That's the first step anyway. All right. Let's get this machine working again. No time to lose. These gateways don't last long. I assume you guys know what to do with...
Everything looks ready, Thaman.
Oh, fire up.
He'll be out in... He's in. Value of the human race will be judged right here in this exact moment.
Well, God is my judge.
Can you hear me? Tell me when you can hear me.
We can hear you,
Tell
Thaman.
me. Pleasant. I'm looking at the entrance. You called this a dank rabbit hole? Oh, how irreverent. It really is quite cute seeing these primitive species dragged out into the world.
Trying to remember what these numbers mean, but seems to be a bit more distressing now with the Thaman piloting.
Rejoice, my sentient subjects. We are making history right now.
Yes, sir.
Not only are the gates rare, but they have the reputation for disappearing, and well, they come together when universes sync up, touching together for periods of times, and this would be the first time the blend would have successfully have opened a gate.
Oh, so that's why he rushed to us as soon as we found one.
Exactly.
Guys, we have a problem.
What is it, Thaman?
The gate is gone!
Are you sure you're in the right location?
If I speak to you in your language, then I am sure of what I am saying, you hairless ape. Do not question my intelligence again. Fix the astral lenses.
Something's happening. Our eyes, they're...
Thaman, Thommen, return to safety outside the hull. We're not sure what could happen to you.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Thommen.
No! Not again! I'm shutting down the Human Sciences Division.
Wait, what? Shutting us down? You don't mean like...
Killing you? Freeing you of these miserable bodies? Yes, Neil, I do mean that. Your brains will be backed up and digitized for the project's future reference. Your bodies will then be discarded. It's not a merciless decree. You'll all be hailed as heroes for your loving sacrifices.
Every scientist of every branch of the division, sir?
Yes. Total clean slate.
But, look, Thommen, all of the
Neil?
instruments and...
You think I'm insane? Consider that it takes ages before these gateways are discovered. Consider you have no idea how intricate my methods are. A lot can be learned by studying an entity on its different planes of existence during death. Oh, Neil, you think me cruel for sacrificing some lives to save others? Maybe you should ask yourself, what Jesus do? Overseer?
Sir!
No, Neil, your knowledge will serve us better than you ever could at this point. I have made my decision.
But wait, I can do it. We can do it.
What?
Look, you said it's gonna be ages until another gateway is discovered, right? I mean, what's one day compared to that?
These meat brains of yours couldn't design, test, and deploy a new drinking glass in 24 Earth hours, much less design new astral lenses before the circumference acceleration causes this gateway to disappear.
Well, how about you just
Overseer, begin liquidation procedures. No, Neil, any being who's ruled as long as I have knows that if you start wasting time on mercy, that waste adds up.
I understand that. And look, I promise we won't press for more time. But please, if you'll just give us the 24 hours, then you'll still have an hour to liquefy us if we can't find the gateway in time.
24 hours. Overseer, pause the liquidation procedures. You got one day, kid. Make it count.
Neil, what are you doing? Only 75,000 seconds from liquefaction. 20.8 Earth hours, but...
I know, and I've been up here running that equipment for, 4 months now?
Roughly 2.5 Earth months, actually.
Oh, and it's not capable of doing what the Thommen wants. I mean, our whole moon base is scouring all the technology trying to find something that can upgrade our system, but I think if they would have found something, they would have indicated it by now.
So what? Plan to just live your last day of life and that's it?
No, I plan to seek the Lord for guidance.
Seek the Lord? You mean Jesus?
Well, more specifically, the Holy Spirit, who he sent to live within us.
Look, Neil, I know your faith is sincere and you attribute a lot of your familiarities with it to the psychic dimensions and whatnot, but if there was actually any real evidence of your God, the Blinn would have found him by now. So I guess if you really want to make a last stand, our best hope is out there researching and rapid testing.
Well, your best hope maybe, but I know who mine is.
How do I express this? SMH?
Shaking your head?
Oh. Right. Well, maybe you can pursue your hope, and I'll look at what's being done with Micah.
Oh, yeah, and if you can get a hold of him, make sure to let him know what's going on and ask him to pray.
Acceptance. Well, there's gotta be a better
Yeah,
term.
you could say, sure thing, bro.
Sure thing, bro.
Thanks, Grits. Lord, show me what to do. Please. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that first. Hey, Mom. How's it going? I just wanted to update you on a few things. Me and Micah are still holding strong to our faith. We know that that is the most important thing. So you don't have to worry about that. We had a huge breakthrough today. And, well, I also got to watch the live stream at church. But I know you always tell me it's not the same as being there in person. I know, but it's something, and it does help, Mom. The audio cut out a little bit about Pastor's story about his puppy, but I was able to fill in the gaps for Micah, because I've heard that one before, like a million times. So I was able to help him out there, and I think to the Blinn even, we're letting our light shine here, and I think I'm really making you proud. Like, remember when we were in the Blinn tryouts, and they separated us into like the pods and well, I guess I couldn't have told you everything about that, but it was a very different time.
Well, maybe you'll sleep easier tonight knowing that our intergalactic visitors aren't interested in exterminating or torturing the human race. No, the latest message says they want to start a school.
Participants who pass the trial process will be used to staff our Human Sciences Division, located in a terraformed base on your moon.
You know this planet has been in trouble. For 1,000 years, we've all been blind.
Few details are being released, and there are no applications to enroll. The Blinn already have an idea of who they want, and if you're on the list, they will find you.
Okay, so just imagine you're one of these recruits, right? You're a bright young man or woman with a promising future, and all of a sudden you're being summoned away from your home, your family, the future you had planned. And what are you gonna do? Say no?
In the latest in Blinn news, you've probably heard stories of alien possession before, but now that there are multiple people claiming to be Blinn overseers in human flesh, it doesn't sound so crazy anymore, does it?
The Martians, they're taking the best and the brightest into their schools, but notice how none of the elected officials are missing.
Well, here's hoping that one day these recruits will be able to come home and share with us all of the mysteries and advancements they've discovered.
I remember my pastor was so convinced these guys were demons. He kept saying, just you wait. When they start demanding you curse Jesus Christ, don't say I didn't warn you.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. And the possession thing is pretty creepy and all. They've been pretty polite with us ever since bringing us here.
Yeah, I've been pretty shocked with all the human customs that they've picked up on.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the body's just like an outfit for the spirit and soul, right?
Well, a tent, I think, is what it says. Like, we who are in this tent groan, I think is what it is.
Yeah. Man, you know your scripture, huh?
Well, I was blessed with a great memory, so I figured I'd better honor the Lord with how I use it, right?
Yeah. Did you grow up Christian?
For the most part, yeah. My parents had me on the straight and narrow from an early age.
Attention. 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 You have all been selected as part of our selection process and construction of our Human Science Division. As part of the experiment, you have been separated in groups called pods. The recruits in this room are of Pod J. All pods around the planet are prevented from contacting each other or the rest of your civilization during this time. Breaking of this or any other rules will result in personal terminations. Drills will consist of intelligence challenges, psychic flexibility, resilience tests, and physical exercise. A healthy mind requires a healthy body. You there, occurs to me at stretching. Did you have a question?
Yeah. You said personal termination. That just means we'll be let go from the program, right?
Incorrect. Any other questions?
Yeah, if you'd clarify what personal termination does mean.
Young man, I've been trying to avoid that since there is a human custom of avoiding the subject of death. You all can ignore that, correct? I suppose we'll answer that question for ourselves in phase 3. Any other questions?
So you're saying this whole process only takes a month?
Yes, I know that may seem brief for those of you from a more primitive civilization, but this is ample time for us to garner a full evaluation and usefulness to the Blinn Empire. You are not the first sentient species to undergo this process. Now, seeing as we need to continue to keep this process on schedule, you'll all be happy to know our first test is a curiosity test. You'll be psychologically isolated and given 5 minutes to ask whatever questions you like about the Blinn. Ready?
Whoa. How did you do that?
The psychic isolation, we limit your perception. You're still in the same room with all the same people. You're just not conscious of them.
Huh, neat.
You're adjusting to this experience quite well.
Yeah, I guess my first question would be, who are the Blinn?
We are the dominant sentient race from a distant galaxy. We started as physical bodies, but since then have transcended those physical shells into more technology-based shells. Humans have already begun this process. Perhaps you're aware of how the smartphone has started to take over the function of the human brain?
Yeah, I've heard people joke about that, but it's actually kind of funny to hear it in a more, serious context.
Yes, I know what you mean.
So, I guess my next question would be, what are your goals?
The logical aims of any sentient race is to secure our place in the universe by fully understanding our surroundings in every dimension.
Huh. So, how did you, get on the moon without us detecting you?
This one will take some explaining. Actually, let me show you.
We are able to manipulate energy in a way similar to matter. The majority of our technology is energy technology. Matter bends the fabric of space-time, black holes being an extreme example of this. There are other planes of existence that intersect with the material ones, and they wrinkle and intersect in different ways. The psychic dimension is just one of these planes. Human science, from what we've seen, has yet to delve into these planes much. To represent this in terms that make sense to a human, those vast stretches of space are similar to mountains on Earth, where a person on foot would take a long time trying to cross them and probably die. But then traveling on the psychic plane using our energy tech is like digging a tunnel under the mountain, using some effort and structure to go around the obstacles.
There's time for one last question.
Oh, I guess that would have to be, do you guys know God?
We've accessed your archives and are aware of many hypothetical beings you call God. You mean to ask if we share your belief in one of these gods?
Well, no, just the one true God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yes, we've accessed your... Know where many... Yes, we know much about the tales of the Judean-Christian God. Some records even indicate a psychic power associated with this, but there are others on Earth besides it.
Huh, but you're open to exploring those types of things in your Human Sciences division?
We will see. Congratulations, recruits, on passing your first test. Follow the lights to your locker rooms and suit up for your first round of physical test.
Dude, that was crazy. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely given me a lot to think about.
But the truth is the truth, right? I think they'd encounter God eventually.
Well, maybe we can help them get there.
Yeah, but who knows how many other religions they've encountered in their galactic conquest. Somehow, they've never encountered the God who holds.
Recruits, direct your attention to the screen. We are going to recite the Unity Theorem. Keeping these thoughts foremost are required by law. In this recitation, you will pledge your allegiance to our supreme leader, whose title we translate to Earth's word, shortened to Thought Minister, shortened to Thaman. Progress is recognized through order.
Progress is recognized through order.
And order solidifies this hierarchy.
And order solidifies in hierarchy.
We thank the Thaman
We thank the Thaman
for being our celestial anchor
for being our celestial anchor
and devoting our minds to his goals.
and devote our minds to his goals.
In his orbit shall the blend continue to bring light to the universe.
In his orbit shall the blend continue to bring order and light to the universe.
For progress and intellect.
For progress and intellect.
Everyone take a seat. We'll begin our first hallucinogen test.
Hallucinogens? We're not taking drugs, are we?
Our research demonstrates that these substances have the potential to open certain human minds to the alternate planes of existence. Are you not by human custom being rude by refusing these substances I'm extending you?
Well, no, you're right about that. It's just that me and Micah have our own convictions about taking controlled substances.
We're aware of the dependencies of these drugs, and we will be taking measures against them. Currently, you are breaking my order and are subject to termination at my earliest direction.
Well, hear me out. I mean, every experiment needs a control group, right?
This is perhaps true for human experience, but we have plenty of data from studying humans going about their day-to-day lives without these hallucinogens.
But there's a reason you brought us here, right? There's a reason you chose us out of the billions of other people.
And, I mean, now we're learning things that no other human has learned before, and we have an opportunity to behave in a way that no other human has ever behaved before.
Well, a lot of factors play if it's taking her this long to decide.
Correct, but I have made my decision. If you all can provide valuable data for us and continue to keep up with your fellow recruits, then you will live. If not, you will have one last choice between keeping your convictions and keeping your life. Possible danger, possible death.
I'll take that wager. Thank you.
Don't think we should talk her down? Not even one metric?
Well, look, Micah, either God will sustain us and we'll stay here, or he won't, and we're not meant to be here, and we'll go home.
Just to be clear, you will not go home. You will die. Never mind. It occurs to me you're speaking euphemistically about going to your Christian heaven. If that's how you want to think about it, that is what will happen.
Oh, I'll take the deal.
All right, not a word of this goes to the Thaman unless it results in success. Challenging the blend knowledge is a severe threat.
We understand.
Okay, I hope to see you in the psychic dimension in a minute.
Dude, how are we going to get into that psychic isolation?
That's God's problem now.
Lord, increase my faith. Hey, Neil. Cameron isn't looking so hot. He's,
Hey, Cameron, hello, can you hear me? Cameron! What are you, Cameron?
The tester didn't see that, did she?
No, she's not in here yet. What is happening with you?
It's the drugs you're taking, isn't it?
It probably is. I always try to stay away from that stuff in school. I'll probably get used to it.
Well, I don't think so. You're showing some bad signs here.
I can't stop, though. They would kill me.
Well, look, come here. See, me and Micah don't take the drugs, and you can't tell anyone about that. But they're giving us placebos instead.
You can still make it into the psychic dimension?
Yeah, through our dreams.
By the grace of God, I should add.
It's a bit of a risk, but you learn to find your way around after the first few times.
And on the other hand, you're gambling with your life every time you take the drug.
What, do you think you can get me in?
I can talk to the tester. We could definitely try.
Let's try that, man.
Gotcha.
Today we will begin with the interpod physical trials. You will all demonstrate whether our exercises have been effective, and the results will be used to score your abilities with the HSD. The first trial will be deadlifting. Pod C will begin with their front runner. Let me at this time introduce Grizz. He is a Senate being from the Cyton solar system. He will be researching and cataloging the human experiments. You may all take a moment at this time to greet Grizz.
Hey, Grizz.
If I may ask, do you have to be a white girl to drink pumpkin spice? If so, how do I become a white girl?
Trust me, Grizz, it's not worth it.
That is enough introductions for now.
And I hope I can keep up with this guy.
You got to. Don't you?
Success record 200 kilogram deadlift. The front runner from Pod J should attempt this weight if possible.
Go get him.
Success follow-up by Pod J. The two front runners show. The rest of you continue on to more physical exercises. The two front runners will now compete in hand and wrestling. The rule is no punches.
Alrighty. Thanks, guys. And combat, huh? All right. Well, 200 kilograms. That's pretty impressive for somebody your weight.
Pretty unimpressive for someone your weight, if I must say.
What? Yeah. Well, the way I see it, we're not really working towards any kind of like medal. There's no prize they give out for first place or anything. They're just trying to see how well we'll do so they can figure out where to place us. So, why go all out? They're only gonna vaporize us if we break any of the rules.
The rule is that you fully expand yourself, Rand. I'll try and...
Okay, well, in that case. Man, you're really fighting like your life depends on it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It does?
Well, I guess in a way they all do. We're likely going to be in the HSD forever, right?
Be in the HSD. Oh, I guess, yeah. Oh, no. Whoa. Hey, man. All right.
That is enough. Move on to
That
the
was,
endurance test on the treadmills.
Well, you didn't even get a submission. Come on.
You're concerned to note it, but do not make me repeat my orders.
All right. Understood.
No hard feelings?
No hard feelings, man. Man, you guys from Pod J really got some fire in you.
I won't argue with the dare. You put up a good fight, too.
Hey, Randy, by the way.
Good job, controller of your group. I report your progress and your measures to achieve it very favorably.
Really? That's great. God bless you.
Wow, that was my first handshake in a human body. It felt good.
Micah. Hey, Grid's here.
Oh, hey, Grids. I heard them announce the countdown to liquidation. Is there anything I can do to help?
If I'm being honest, it doesn't look like there's anything anyone can do.
What about Neil?
Right. He's praying. And he told me to encourage you to pray as well.
Well, you can tell him I'm one step ahead of him. He's got cover.
He's got cover?
Yeah, you know how, like, military...
Micah! Your treason against the Thaumin has become known to him. An example is to be made.
Where are you taking him, if I may ask?
You may. Everyone will know momentarily anyways. He's to be disintegrated in our radiation chambers.
Begin test. Set it go. Revert to last working version. Man, these bodies are great. I've jogged 3 laps around this entire moon base, which I mean is not our largest moon base by any stretch, but my bottom appendages are still going strong. I haven't even tried switching to the upper ones at all. The arms, they call them, right? Odd idea. Arms.
Yes, Thaumin, that is correct. We made sure you had a prime physical receptacle for your visit. Not all bodies are quite as capable.
Oh yeah, the Cyton bodies, they were so much weaker. Now, the Cytons were an incredibly intelligent race, I'll give them that, but it really affected their mobility. Not a fun experience on that planet. Speaking of not so fun experiences, has the time for mercy almost concluded?
There remains 1,800 seconds, my Thaumin.
Well, it's beginning to look more and more like a change of hands is going to be coming to the Human Sciences Division. Our recruiting process did a great job the first time around, I'd say. So hopefully we'll have another decent batch in no time. I just love that English idiom, in no time. An infinite exaggeration.
Yes, indeed. Quite a curious and artistic people.
Literally no events can happen in no time.
Honestly. It always takes some amount of time.
Yes. Yeah.
I've got it. Are you ready, Thalman?
I've been ready for the past 24 Earth hours, Neil. All right.
Go ahead and lean on back.
Just so you know, if you're about to try and kill him...
What? No. That is not what this is. I would never do that.
Of all the people here, you're the one I trust the least. Whose abilities I understand so little.
Well, step outside of your little human shell there for a second and check my mind, Aura. I am not lying.
Still watching you.
All right.
All right, everything looks ready.
Well, this finally will be an historic moment. Either the Blinn will go where we've never gone before, or we'll be looking at our second wave of human researchers. Exciting.
Are you ready to enter?
Yes, we're back outside the rabbit hole.
All right, go in just like before and follow down the stream. You should come to a door.
Right, the door Randy saw. I'm on my way.
All right, now listen to this sequence carefully. You're not actually looking for a door, you're just looking for a star, the one that we call Betelgeuse.
Ah, yes, the red giant, as you lot call it. We gave that star a much more noble name in our language.
All right, now search the orbit around it. You should come to a massive gateway, an ornate and sophisticated piece of interstellar technology, a monument to a sentient race at the pinnacle of its power, a structure so large that only a star as large as Betelgeuse could keep it in orbit.
Yes, there it is. I'm seeing it. Magnificent.
Now you see an asteroid, on pace to hit the interstellar gateway.
What? No. Impossible. Curses, there it is.
The asteroid smashes into the gateway, shattering it totally. Some pieces are sent flying into the red sun and others into new orbits, colliding in chaotic dances until all that's left is a brand new asteroid belt.
This vision is certainly taking me to a new place. I can feel it.
The asteroid grows and grows, consuming efforts to tame and reclaim the area, until the entire solar system of Betelgeuse is completely uninhabitable.
Yes. This is what happened before. There were psychic defenses here as well. An entity on this plane resisted me. With your help, though, I'm now standing firmly on the other side.
Well, that's great. What do you see? What happened?
I don't know. It must have
Did
lost
we lose its feet again?
It's like he cut it off himself when you asked that question.
What the? An earthquake?
Dude, we're not on Earth.
Overseer, talk to us. What's happening?
He has ascended! The Gray Speaker's predictions are correct!
The Gray Speaker? Is that some kind of ancient Blinn prophet?
There is no use in fighting! Our lives are his now!
The Gray Speaker! The Gray Speaker was a scientist who postulated the transdimensional connection between physical and psychic. So, if this circles our universe at normal size, then there exists elsewhere in the multi-universe, an identical universe but at a smaller size. So, but of course, if the universes are the same, then they'd actually be identical, and if the smaller to the larger would fundamentally transform the nature, the being who enters physical from psychic.
Guys!
Are you saying that that's the Thalman re-entering our universe as a massive Super Saiyan?
If I had to guess. So he's gonna materialize here and smash the moon base? Well, if he wants to stay on that side of the universe, then his best hope is to collapse the portal to the larger version, which in this case is Randy's body.
Micah, is there any way you can jumpstart Randy's body?
Hey, you gotta inject adrenaline and trigger an inhalation reflex.
Are you an idiot? If you do that, he'll kill you!
Guys!
achievement of this magnitude has never been within reach of any civilization. So a betrayal this treacherous has never been committed. Overclock the nuclear reactor 7 times its normal output level and throw both of these animals in! Tasted a victory of godhood. Be yanked back by a temper of flesh. The pain and insult is indescribable.
For progress and intellect.
Why are their bodies still upright?
I can't say. All systems appear nominal.
They don't have any psychic, teleportal, or elemental defenses
None
active, do they?
whatsoever.
Is that... there a third entity in there with them?
Trick of the light, matter distortion, perhaps a negative shadow.
No, that is a third entity. I can feel the power in his aura. Pull him out now.
Thawmin?
Was I unclear? Get the humans out of the reaction chamber now!
You change your mind?
Third entity. The third entity. It was a visible entity. We all saw it. I can still feel his aura in this room.
That might be because he lives within us.
See, the reason why we defied you, Thawmin, is because you're not our God. We have a connection to Yahweh, the God of Israel, and his son Yeshua the Nazarene.
An earth religion?
Kraitz has been studying and we can tell you all about him.
Lord, he's God.
See, what's more, Thawmin, the vision I walked you through, with the asteroid and the gateway, that asteroid represents, or the gateway, that one represents your glory.
I mean, you fixed the astral lens somehow, right? That's not supernatural, is it?
Well, we were trying, but you see, none of us could get it right, so I hard-coded the whole copy onto this flash drive. You really should have heeded the deeper message of that. For all your time, for all your might, a time of humbling is coming.
Well, if it be not now, I dread to see it. My very intellect blinded me to wisdom. I should have sensed this power, this aura, far before now. Your God truly is Thawmin of all Thawmins. And I tremble, think that I nearly destroyed 2 of his vessels. Please, beseech your God for mercy.
Fear not, Thawmin. My God says that time after time in his living and active word. Fear not. He is far more gracious than any created being.
Fear not. Fear not. How exemplary. What confidence and kindness. I've been spared the wrath of a fatal flaw. I must recalculate the trajectory and aims of our race.
The Blinn? You're fundamentally transforming our entire civilization?
It's an historic day, HSD Overseer. Almost finished weighing the variables and solidified my conclusion. Yes. From this day forth, this division will be known as the Christian Sciences Division. And we will begin efforts to send studied representatives to all corners of the galaxy, spreading the knowledge of Yahweh, making sure that all of our knowledge aligns with the knowledge of this ultimate power, Yahweh.
Yeah, We do appreciate that, we really do. It's just that term Christian Sciences, it comes with some loaded history, so I get the intention, but we might want to just iron out the title a little
Absolutely, absolutely. Neil, Micah, both of you will be my top advisors from this day forward. We will continue with our efforts to solidify our place in this universe, but now for the aim of studying, knowing, and serving the Christian God better.
Well, in the interest of appeasing him, I should let you know that the body you've been using belonged to one of his creations that he died to save.
Wait, this ultimate power died?
Well, you see, he had to take human form in the past in order to account for the sin.
Like we said, there's a lot to learn.
Okay.
But for now, we should repent. You should repent from the sin of Randall's body.
Curses on myself, you're right. How do humans normally honor their dead? Burial on Earth, correct?
That would be the right thing to do.
Okay. May God's mercy persist until I change into a synthetic avatar or something else. Oh. Amazing how, in just a few key moments, the whole universe can change.
I suppose we should probably see to burying these human entities as well.
Yes, I agree.
Oh my gosh, dude, we were gonna die and then the domino was gonna blow up the earth and then God saved us, that was crazy!
Oh my goodness, dude. I thought we were gonna die. And then I thought what we could have done differently. And I just got such a peace about it. Barely even blinked when the radiation chamber flipped on.
I know, and now we're like the most respected minds in the Blinn Empire, whatever that means. I mean, we couldn't even get that kind of respect in college.
I know, dude. It's the power of God, man. That's all I can say.
And there's just so much I'm not sure about, like whether the fall affected the Blinn the same way or whether they have their own path to redemption.
Well, thankfully we have the Holy Spirit within us, so we don't have to do it alone.
That's true. I mean, if he can bring us through 35 full sieverts of radiation, I think he can teach us how to evangelize to extraterrestrials.
Yeah, but what about the prophecy of the Blinn being humble? You still think that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I guess you're right. It might not all be smooth sailing from here.
Maybe it was just a reference to today. How the Blinn civilization encountered God and drastically changed.
One can dream.